Welcome everybody to the first episode of the Bombastic Yak podcast. That's the name we're going with for now. Is it the name we'll keep? I actually have no clue. The logo, I will promise, will improve. I just grabbed some clip art for that. But what is the Bombastic Yak podcast? The answer, I don't really know right now. I've wanted to do a podcast for a long time. I don't really have the format or how it's going to work. It could turn into like a call-in kind of podcast through Skype or something like that. It could turn into like a group of my friends. I'll have them on. Who knows? It could be a write-in kind of show where you guys send me things through Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, whatever, for me to talk about. I really don't know where it's going to go, but I'm excited. I have a topic for the first episode, I guess. I guess this does count as episode 1, so let's get right into it. So what really made me want to do the podcast is this gross thing that happened to me yesterday. So I'm at work, and there's a gym at work. It's a pretty professional workplace. Lots of people come to work with suit and tie, stuff like that. So the gym, its members are pretty proper people, I would think. I like to think that, at least. And I get into the locker room. I wear my army uniform, so when I go in there, I just take off my jacket so that I can work out. So I go take off my jacket, put it in the locker, and I just hear the automatic hand soap dispenser just consistently going off over and over and over and over. It's just like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I look over, and there is a man, butt ass naked, just standing there, getting soap from the automatic hand dispenser for his shower. I'm assuming he forgot his own soap, and he's going to shower with the automatic hand dispenser soap. But the problem is, I don't care if you forget your soap and you have to use automatic hand dispenser soap in order to bathe yourself for the day because the water's just not going to do it. You're super smelly that day. That's fine with me. The problem is, why did he not have a towel? You know how you can stick the towel inside of itself so it stays up and it doesn't turn you're not bare ass naked with a bunch of strangers in the middle of a professional workplace. I guess it's not in the middle of the professional workplace, but still. That's my problem, is why is he just standing there bare naked right there in front of all of us? Because the sinks are right at the entrance to the locker room. So he was getting soap for, it must have been a minute and a half, 2 minutes, just standing there, bare naked. And the bigger problem is, it's pretty common for that to happen. That was the most egregious case that I've run into in this locker room. But it's pretty common in that locker room for there to be grown men, 40s, 50s, just butt-ass naked. Maybe I don't get it because I'm not old enough. I don't understand why you don't just use a towel or cover yourself. I don't want to be naked in front of all those people. It's not like a self-confidence thing. I feel like it's not the place for it, you know? I get it's the locker room, whatever. But people will go, they'll be butt naked, and they'll sit down on the benches in the locker room. They'll just sit down, putting their balls and their taint just all over the damn benches that luckily I no longer shower there, so I don't use. But I don't understand why they can't put down a towel first, or the first thing they do when they get out of the shower is put on their underwear. I saw a dude one time who was putting on his socks before his underwear, had one of his socks like that in his mouth, and then was putting on the other one, butt ass naked. So like he's leaning down, got his foot up and stuff. So his ass is just like wide open on top of the bench. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I guess I try and be more self-conscious when I'm in the locker room as to how I'm impacting the other people around me. Like I said, it's not a self-confidence thing. It's just like I feel like it isn't very professional to do that. I don't know. If you guys have any feelings on this matter, let me know. We could talk about it. I wanted to get the podcast starting, so that was just really the first thing I wanted to talk about, because it just happened to me yesterday. Sparked the interest in me to get the podcast going. I know like no one's gonna watch it. That's fine. I just kind of want to have fun. Probably have some other people come on so that there could be diverse opinions. Yeah, if you have any suggestions how you think the podcast should run, I think as of right now, it's just going to keep being kind of like this, where I go off of whatever happens to me and whatever I actually have an opinion on and want to talk about. It could be video games, whatever. Oh, video games. How could I forget? Path of Exile. Let's get rid of this picture. I didn't expect to talk about this, so I don't have a picture to put up in the little spot over there for this topic. Path of Exile, the new update, Blight 3.8 is coming out. Super excited. I have my character already planned out. I'm building a Templar Inquisitor Divine Ire. So he basically just like channels up energy and then shoots it out forward like Goku. But I'm calling him the Purifier because he's going to use Holy Light to kill everything. Yeah, super excited about the Path of Exile Blight. It comes out Friday the 6th, which is also my daughter's birthday. Wow, I actually have way more to talk about than I thought I did. And I probably... Oh, you know, the magic of editing, I can actually like put pictures up there, and I didn't have to sell myself short like that. So, disregard that whole last part. I definitely have a picture for Path of Exile Blight that's going to be right there. If you're watching it. I don't know where I'm going to put this out yet, so it's probably only going to be YouTube for now. I'll probably look at some podcast-y options later in the future. Because this is really rushed in concept. I really haven't done much research. I just kind of wanted to start doing it, throw myself into it, and just fucking go. Daughter's birthday. It is my daughter's second birthday tomorrow. I'm old. I don't know how I'm old enough to have a 2-year-old kid. She's amazing. I'm super excited. We are going for her birthday. Since our family lives so far away, it's difficult to get the whole family together for her birthday, which really sucks because we try and keep her super close to her grandparents, my parents, Ellie's parents. They all really love to partake and be part of her life, which is difficult being in the Army and being 6-hour drive away. So we would have loved to go home and do a birthday party with her for the entire family, you know. But it doesn't make sense to just go home for a weekend because we'd either have to drive 12 hours, which is going to take up most of the weekend anyway, or buy plane tickets, and that's just super expensive. So let's get to the point here. We are going to Sesame Place in Pennsylvania. It's about 2 hours away from here. Going to Sesame Place to celebrate She's been really into Elmo lately. She has an Elmo stuffed animal. So I'm hoping when she sees him, she doesn't get freaked out because that would be awful. But we're going to go have fun, ride all the rides, just have a grand old time, celebrate her birthday, bring a cake up there, do a little family celebration kind of thing. Since we can't do it with her extended family, which really does suck, but we're making the best of it. It's going to be a really fun time. I'm excited. So yeah, naked men, video games, and children. That's what this podcast was about. Like I said, if you have any suggestions, topics that you want me to talk about, put them in the comments or hit me up on Twitter. You can see all the links. I stream on Twitch sometimes. The schedule is pretty erratic at the moment. Things are kind of crazy right now with life. But I will definitely be streaming Blight. So I hope to see you guys there. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Maybe there'll be more structure to this at some point. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe that's the point of the podcast. Maybe that's why it's called Bombastic Yak. I'll see you guys next time.